Speaking about being signed, what would you say? What you've learned, and what are the pros and cons of being signed?
You meet great people. That's the pros. I'm not even like joking, because being signed, when you look at it just from a straight thing, I've been straight 3 times.
Signed 3 times.
Yeah, I won't mention the others because I've never even dropped a project, but man, you meet dope people, because these places have nice people that already are in that facility. Now that's a positive way of looking at it, yo. Man, I'm gonna start there.
Yeah.
Because I do not bring signed, you know, not met so and so and so and so, and not learned so and so and such and such and such and such and such. But the whole concept of signing people for me is very. It hurts because Lamaji don't give a fuck about what you're doing, really. I sometimes feel outside of True Side Chain, and my second one, which I can't mention, but there was a bit of at least passion about this thing. But I remember Upak said to me the other day, but like, you know what, I was like, I'm getting point, like, I can't tell you what's in your head. Do what you think is best.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just saying, but yo man, as you grow, you realize, okay, like I don't know. Hey, what do you want to do? I was asked about like how to express this thing to someone else, because they've got this idea and they might try to say it to me, but it's not gonna make sense because I've got my own beliefs, né?
Yeah.
And our record labels, I'm getting back to record labels still. Record labels will take that idea that they have and put it on you as this is the idea that you do.
So they're pushing a different narrative that you want to push.
Yeah, which is record labels are not designed for artists. They're designed for the music industry. Do you get? Does it make sense?
Can you tell us? What's the difference of it?
If you want to blow up as a musician, right? Which I will go as far as say, I feel like I was a bit too insecure when I went through that phase of wanting to blow up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to sacrifice what I know I should sound like to be hailed as good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get that?
Yeah, I get
I'm willing to sacrifice what I feel like I should be to be hailed by external factors as, man, this guy is nice and he's doing well. Fuck what happens to me, whether I'm depressed or whatever, I'm living for this image now that I've portrayed.
Yeah.
What about now, so you try, it might take a bit longer, but what about you try portraying your true self and those that follow you within this journey? They take this journey with you straight.
Yeah, like the ones who were there before you got signed.
Before you got signed, and the ones that even you grow with, let's say you do make it, but they understand, but the only problem with that is that then you have to get caught working,
Yeah.
which you don't want to do. Now you can't just be chilling because now you gotta do something else because you can't fund your music. Your music can't fund you every need. Yeah, bro?
Obviously.
Now you can't fund you every need. And I get why niggas get signed. Don't get me wrong. I get it. At least I'm still doing music. Even if you can box me within this, at least I'm still doing what I love. Never.
Which is music, but not.
It's tricky. You see how it's tricky. So you have to make that choice yourself. You have to make the choice yourself. I remember being told by a nigga, cool niggas like, just like your music, all it is to keep it here. Well, ask me what this means. But your music, all it is just keep it here.
Yeah, bumpy or what?
Yeah.
Let people vibe.
Just make sure you keep it here. Man, that's not how I feel every fucking day. I don't wake up every day like, why would I express myself like every day?
Yeah.
I can be that, like I can be ignorant. I can be fucking ignorant. I can be ignorant. I can have days of like, you know what, fuck the world, no global warming, shit like that. And I keep going, but the next day I'll be a different person. and the next year I'll be a different person, and the next year I'll be a different person. Why can't I put all that shit together and make a character of?
Yeah, put it in a project. Yeah. Speaking of that, what I wanted to ask, it slipped my mind now. When you went to Joburg, there's a time where you stayed in Joburg. Did you go to Joburg to pursue your career, or was it about both? Like I want to also learn to have a as what you studied, what you studied.
I'm that. But I get lucky. I don't know how I get lucky, but I get lucky to a somewhat comfortable place. But it's always been about music. It's always about what the shoes that I make are always music based.
Yeah.
It's never first like, if what's on the Maspala, then do the CD. It's always a CD and then Maspala.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like so I'll go in with I need to make this music thing work. But that changes, that varies with age. How you view the whole music thing working before and how you view the whole music thing working after a certain time, it changes with age. Do you know what I mean? And that's you learning like, oh, that was too much for me to push. I can't push that far. Even though you felt like that was gonna probably work out for me and I was gonna blow up, I'm like, oh, that's way beyond my weight. I don't wanna push that. You know, I've got a line I'm gonna draw here. Like this is my line that we've got different lines.
Yeah.
You got different lines. You know what I mean? I can enjoy going to a strip club. You know what I mean? But sometimes I have shot a video in a strip club.
In the strip club, yeah.
But I need to do bitches wild out. I can't do it. But you see the hypocrisy in even what I'm doing.
Yes.
You see the hypocrisy in all that shit.
I see that.
Yeah. But you know your line and the next one will know their line. So I should know my line and know that I'm not gonna push over this weight.
You know, speaking of that, the reason why I'm asking about it is because when we're having a conversation, you know, before the shoot, you touched on the fact that you were so prominent on Season Scoop show. People like in the Eastern Cape, people were like, yeah, you set the benchmark. Like, yeah, because we have never had a lot of people who blew up from the Eastern Cape. Yeah, we had Ifani and then a little bit of My Man, but you know, that was short-lived. But you know, like, people were always like sitting like, oh yeah, epic, yeah, that's the benchmark. He's making it. Now, what we want to know is from your perspective, not from someone who was, you know, watching from outside. You at that time, how was it for you?
Okay, first, I did the Season Scoop show, but what I was at was Mulo's Stand Your Ground battles. It was on a Sunday in my family. And it was nice. It was a nice ego boost, but it doesn't translate the same way. If you think about it really, really rationally, like, it doesn't translate the same way in terms of, I think that was probably the most depressive time of my life. Damn. Like, I was drinking a bottle of wine every night. I was working like 6 days a week. And younger love was just fucking up on me, you know? I was working, I was drinking wine every day. I was fighting with my girl. I don't know, nigga. But like, I jumped. I lived in more hoods than Kenny.
Yeah.
I was bouncing from here to here, trying to find a place to be in. You know what I mean? But you do these things. You're doing shit next to stay. You're on Metro Mogul, you're on this Mogul. And what's dope is like, I really believe in being yourself to some degree, because people will get drawn to something. Joburg was nice because you get calls. Like people, if you do one thing, someone feels you dope. Someone's calling you for something else. Someone feels you dope. And that's why at this point I'm like, so you need to get really good. You need to get damn good to a point where you're undeniably good within your lane.
Yes.
So that it's not a matter of not even boxed into like as a hip hop artist or whatever, but like you just a great artist. And if I can showcase, because a lot of things like the connection thing doesn't work, and I haven't seen it work. I haven't seen a substantial, long career lasting on the connection thing. Yeah. It's possible, but most of the cats that keep making money till they die are the cats that are really dope, that are just have worked on whatever craft they're doing so well that it doesn't matter when Sony says, okay, we're done with you now, it's 5 years subs. You know, they still keep going because they're that dope. You know.
Yes.
And I don't know, man. I think I spend a lot of time
trying to please,
trying to figure out how to make this thing perfect. But then again, there's also different facets to your personality. As I said, you don't feel the same way every day. So sometimes when I do my albums, I think that's something I want to touch on. When I do my albums, I always consider what I'm trying to portray or what I'm trying to say. Because I think that's more important than having fun. Because I think we've got way too much bullshit happening in the world. Let's call up. So that's more important than fun. But like, I love doing collaborative projects, and then I love. Sometimes people are like, that's not you, or why did you do that? But I love it because I enjoy that shit. If I do a collaborative project with someone in this trap, trust me, I didn't just do it because I was like, I want this to blow. It's because I enjoy the shit and I wanted to make it happen. You know? If I do a project where I'm going back to a full boom bap, as much as now, I'm like, I can't do a full boom bap. I don't think I'm gonna do that again, where it's just only one stretch of music. I'm not gonna do that again. So if you just like cinematography, it's over for you. But like, so I need to stretch it out to a point where it feels about. No, but I also can't do this trap thing all the time. I need to balance your own way. And I think maybe artistry wasn't supposed to be something that is figured out in a day. You know, maybe it's something that you're supposed to grow into and see what could make you great. You know, I don't know. I could be wrong. Like, as I'm saying, like this is my mind fucking with me right now and coming from different angles and trying to figure out this whole life thing. So I could be right. I could be wrong. I was watching this the Gregory thing when speaking about Michael Jackson and how about this man was very sad and had no life, but he was excellent. But how could he not be excellent if all he was doing since he was 5 years old was music? If one you didn't have to struggle for anything, in jail, you can just some of these songs.
Yes.
What excuse do you have not to be great? You don't have to go Mac on the honey. You don't have to think about I need to buy hair pumps for Christmas. You don't have to go to study for an exam. You don't have to I think on again, this nigga's got a point. Sometimes the way we view things is how it's placed. Or like with Maya Angelou one, I saw something by Maya Angelou where she says, yo man, these niggas come and say Malcolm X was like this and like this and like this, but they don't speak about the ignorant parts of his personality.
Yes.
So now it makes it seem like he's this unattainable character that no one can reach. Like, yo, Malcolm was just this god of a man. So now these kids that are just chilling, fucking up because I will never be that.
I'll never be that.
Because he was perfect. But they don't preach about his imperfections, because the imperfections is what makes you real.
Yeah.
Human. Like it has to be there. Like within everything you're doing. I'm gonna go controversial as fuck now for a second. Okay, no, let me not do that. But
go on, man.
I was gonna sound big, but I was like, no, I know it's gonna be interpreted differently. But anyway, the human aspect is important. It might not always work, but I'm like, man, I'm willing to just go back to a normal 9 to 5 if things feel like I can't do music the way I want to do music.
Granted.
I've seen so much shit like to a point where like this shit is fucked up, this whole world is fucked up. I need to do music the way I want to do music, or I'm willing to work at 9 to 5 and just make the change in my immediate circle, whatever the fuck it is. But like I can't be acting ignorant to what I know and and trying to please whatever formula that works. I think this question was about record labels.
No.
It went far.
It went far. The only question now I have is